All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I know it's a little quiet in here. Good morning. Let me just get it together because I don't have it together at the moment. We got a great show for you guys. And shout out to everybody over there on YouTube. God bless you guys. Just give me one moment. Then I'm gonna make sure like we got this whole thing set up lovely. Just give me a second, guys. I really just give me 1 second. I should be ready. Should be ready, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready now. Good morning, guys. I am super excited. I am so excited to be here this morning. We have an action-packed show for you guys. Uh, like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. Welcome. This is Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up. It is a Toxic Talk Thursday. It is Thursday, June the 26th, damn, 2025, 3 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Chat rooms wide open, or you can call in. The numbers 570-982-6950. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope your family's doing okay. I do pray that you guys are doing fine. And welcome to the show. We are 100% totally committed to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team. And you know how we get down, and you know, hold on, Steve, and you know how we give it up. And thank you so much for tuning in. Now, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. So you know what that is. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Please, if you don't mind, please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team. You know what it is. All right, let's get into the business. Now, I hope you guys have survived this 2, 3 day heat wave, right? It was a heat wave out here. I think it kind of cooled down just a little bit today. So let me know if you guys are okay, your family's all right, doing that heat wave. That was serious, especially Tuesday, yesterday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was really bad. Today we might have a little relief. So hopefully this tropical, hot, humid weather has passed on to never return again, because we don't need none of that. So let me know if you guys made it through your heat wave. What was your survival skills with the heat wave? If you live in New York City, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, was those hydrants out there pumping in the inner cities? And that's the one thing I would have to say that I do miss from living in, when I used to live in New York, to see all those water pumps and hydrants going, and the kids wetting people's cars and getting mad and out there in the street, and the adults as well. So let me know how your survival skills was, right, during the heat wave. Now, we're going to get into the show. Got a special guest, my homegirl, comedian Miss Shade. She'll be in the building. We're going to chop it up, and we're going to talk about some issues. And first thing I want to get into, and shout out to Sister Soldiers in the building. Please, guys, like, share, follow. That Zelle information is there. Zelle. There was a political upset in New York City the other day. What's his name? Zoran Amani, if I'm saying that right. 33-year-old assemblyman from Queens, half Muslim and half Asian. Zoran Amani, Mandani, if I'm saying that right, Zoran Mandani is the new political force in the state in New York City as far as the mayoral race. He upset the whole field, even knocked Andrew Cuomo's punk ass out of there, the old school veteran. Upset everybody. No one saw this coming. Make sure I get your name right. Zoran Mandani. You are soon to be the new mayor of New York City. And these young folks came out and they voted for this dude. These young folks came out and it was like, get rid of the old folks. We don't want them in the building. That's the one thing that's always relevant in the times that we live in today. These young folks are definitely running the whole establishment. When they come out, they vote. They don't like to vote for the older people. They like to vote for the young guys. And this guy's 33 years old. He has the chance to be not only the first Muslim Asian descent mayor of New York City, but one of the youngest mayors in New York City. And you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. If I was in New York City, I probably voted for the guy, and I'll tell you why. And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. We are 100% totally committed to giving you that morning love. And this is where you get your morning started right. DJ, Tour Guy, Dwayne Stanton Holmes, you are in the building. I appreciate you. Y'all follow my man, DJ Tall Guy, which is Dwayne Stanton Holmes, in the chat room. He's a party rocking DJ. He's tall as hell. Tall. Sister Soldier, you won't believe how tall Dwayne Stanton Holmes is, aka DJ Tall Guy. Tall. But let me tell you something. I've seen him in person several times. When I see this guy rock out, forget it. He is not playing on those ones and twos. So shout out to you, bro, and always, landing here on this platform, on this podcast to get your morning started right. But bigger than DJ Tour Guy rocking the party, and I saw some video of you, bro. Staying on Tour Guy, Dwayne Stanton Holmes. Saw some video of you, Tour Guy, at the Row House restaurant, which is, I think, one of the hot spots right now for grown folks in Manhattan. Saw the video, bro. Saw you doing your thing. So, guys, if you're in New York City, Row House, I don't know what day it is. Put it in the chat room. Y'all go over there and check out my man DJ Tall Guy. Known him for years. Good dude. LaShawn Haynes Jones. Good morning. Let me see if I'm saying this right. Zoran Madani. Zoran Madani. I hope I'm saying that right. Zoran Madani is your new political powerhouse in New York City. And we got rid of all the relics, and now you got this new guy. Black folks, LaShawn Haynes Jones. Did black folks vote for Rodan Madani? Because it seemed like he got a lot of the demographics in that whole voting situation. That black folks vote for Rodan Madani. But you know what? Two things about this whole election, then we'll move on because I want to talk about this all the time. Andrew Cuomo losing because everybody thought Joe Butter, welcome to the chat room. Joe Butter, you know DJ Tall Guy? And another DJ, Joe Butter's son, Little Buddha, making noise out here in these streets. So I appreciate all you guys out there that are entertaining the audience and doing your thing. So two DJs out in the chat room to look for: Dwayne Stanton Holmes, aka DJ Tall Guy, and Joe Buddha's son, Little Buddha. Joe, did you vote for Rodan Madani? Am I saying that right? Rodan Madani. Who now, at 33 years old, who upset old-ass Andrew Cuomo because everybody ordained Andrew Cuomo. Let's talk a little politics real quick. Everybody ordained Andrew Cuomo as the mayor. It was an unforeseen conclusion. He was going to be the mayor. And this young man shut him down. But the one interesting fact that, and I don't know, if I lived in New York and I was able to vote in New York, I might vote for this guy. I don't know if a lot of his policies will go through, but one thing that I found interesting about him is he proposes as one of his campaign promises, or whatever they call it. He said he wanted to give all New Yorkers free childcare. Yo. Free childcare? Oh my God. That would be a game changer. I don't know if how do you give free childcare? How does that even work? What y'all gonna do? Cut a check to all the daycare centers? And let me tell you something, Joe Buddha. When I was in the Bronx, New York, the other day with my moms, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's me, but and I'm from the Bronx and I love my borough, but there was so many daycare centers. I saw, and listen, I understand that there's millions of people in New York City, but I saw more daycare centers than I seen bodegas. There was, hey Joe, I'm not making LaShawn Haynes, Joe, I'm not making this up. There was a daycare center next to a daycare center. On Longwood Avenue, over there where my mom slept on Rogers Place. I drove up Dawson Street to make that turn on Longwood to go to Prospect Avenue down there by McKinley. I'm going that way. And I make the right turn on Longwood Avenue, and I see they converted the townhouse into a daycare center. And they had the signs out there, dope look. I said, okay, this school is a daycare center right here. Not even 30 feet from that daycare center was another daycare center. Hey, you might take the wrong kid to the wrong daycare center. I'm not mad. There's millions of people in New York, but a lot of daycare centers. Are there too many daycare centers? So they're talking about Rodon. If I'm saying it, I hope I'm saying it. Rodon Rodon Mandani, who, by the way, is a big hip hop fan. He proposes to get free health care to New Yorkers. That would be dope. How much money will parents and moms and dads and single folks put back into their money if they could get free health care? And I'm for sure he's got to figure out a way to pay daycares, right? Listen, if they offer a free daycare center in New York City, I think the next move is to open up a daycare center. Open up a daycare center, and then I'm assuming that the city or the state gonna give you a check for how many kids you have there. Easy money right there, as long as you don't do nothing weird to these kids. What else he proposed? Wait, and then we're gonna move on. I just want to get this out the way real quick. And welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We're gonna talk about Diddy. They dropped some charges with Diddy. Diddy's out of there. We're gonna talk about AI. Bernie Sanders is proposing a 4-day work week in this country, and that 5th day let AI do the job. But we get into that in a minute. Joe Buddha and everybody in New York City, my beloved. And Joe, I see you in a few weeks, right? Because I'm gonna come over there and meet you at Katona Park. He's also proposing free buses, free trains, free transit. I'm sorry. Free, is it free transportation or the bus? And I'm for sure it's just free transportation, right? Which one is it? Is it free busing or free transportation? Is it everything or just the buses? And even if it's just the buses, that would be a dramatic change in a city like New York. Half of the people riding for free anyway. Or just the bus? Right. So wait a minute. Sister Soldier said it's already free in my town. It's already free in your town? LaShawn Oliver, my sis, good morning. God bless you. So in the town that you live in, public transportation is free. Now, if Rodon Amani, if I'm saying that, Mandani, am I saying that right? Mandani. If he proposes free transportation and free childcare and rent stabilization in New York City, yo, that would be, and he would probably be able to run for president of the United States. And this is also good before we move on, this is also good for the Democratic Party. Because, you know, the Democratic Party, we've been getting our asses whipped. You know, Trump has put us in a Sergeant Slaughter figure 4. The Republicans has decimated the Democrats. We out here walking around with our tail in between our butt. So for this man who's a Democrat to win the mayoral primaries in New York ahead of the official elections in November, it's going to be a good look. Rodon Mandani, I think that's the name. LaShawn Oliver and all the others. Are Black folks feeling this? Because now Eric Adams, right? Eric Adams is still in play, right? He's a independent, and he's going to run in November. So it's going to be Rodon versus Eric. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Once you guys see Sister Soldier put those hearts in the chat room, we all gonna follow through, and we all gonna place hearts in the chat room. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do as soon as I see them. Now, special guest, my homegirl, Miss Shay, should be in the building. Y'all know I've been following this Diddy case. And good morning, guys. Y'all know I've been following this Diddy case. SennyJ, Miss Miko will return tomorrow. So y'all got to deal with me today. You know I've been following the Diddler. You know I've been following Grandmaster Baby Oil. There go those hearts. Hold on, guys. There go those hearts. I see them. Hold on. There go those hearts. I see them. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey. Hold on. Put some hearts in it. There you go. Hold on a second. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey. The block is hot, Joe Buddha. The block is hot. The diddler might get out of jail. Back to the baby oil. But this time, sex trafficking, Diddy gonna do it different. And I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Diddy gonna do it different. The next time he has his little freak offs, you gotta find your own way to the freak off. And he using Vaseline now, not using no baby oil. But what, the other day, there was a dramatic change in the Diddy trial, guys, right? Come on. The prosecutions, the feds dropped 3 of the 5 RICO charges. They dropped 3 of the charges. 3 of these racketeering John Gotti type charges, they dropped them. They dropped 3 of them. Which one did they drop? They dropped arson. Remember arson? Because they tried to accuse him of putting a Molotov cocktail in Kid Cudi's car. They couldn't prove it, even if he did it. And now it's closing arguments today and tomorrow. And I want to know in the chat room right now, guys, put a number 1 in the chat room if you think he's going to be not guilty. Put a number 2 if you think Diddy's going to be guilty. Put a number 1 in the chat room. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you think the Diddler, if you think, hold on, let me get you right. Hold on, Miss Shade, let me get you right. Let me do this again. Hold on. Put a number 1 in the chat room. Hold on. My dog is in. Hold on. Get your ass. Come in. Sit your ass right here. Stay over there. I got Coop over there. Stay over there. There's a lot going on. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you think the Diddler is going to be found not guilty. Put a number 2 in the chat room if you think the Grandmaster Diddy is going to be guilty? I want to know. Put in the chat room, Miss Shay. Good morning. We're gonna get into your thing in a minute, and we're gonna get back into the Diddy thing. Put a number 1 if Diddy's not guilty. Put a number 2 if he's guilty. Put a number 3 if you don't give a damn. Now, Miss Shade, I'm all over the place, but I want to circle back real quick. There was a political, and good morning, everybody. Miss Shade is on the deck. Let's clap.
Good morning.
God bless you. Now, Radon Amati, if I'm saying that right, Radon Amati, I think I'm saying that right. He won a political upset in New York the other day when he was running for mayor in the primaries to go to the general election in November, where he goes against Eric Adams, who's the incumbent mayor at the moment, but not running on the Democratic Party. He's running as an independent, right? Now, this guy is very popular, Miss Shade. He's 33 years old. He would become the first Muslim president. He also half Asian. He's half Asian, half Muslim. He has a certain swag about himself, and people love this guy. And he's defeated the old school relic Andrew Cuomo, who was trying to get back into the political arena by running for mayor. And it was almost a foregone conclusion that he would win this because he's so popular with his political name, Cuomo. But he was upset the other day. But here's an interesting thing I want to talk to you about real quick before we get into your whole situation.
Okay.
Rodon Omani Mandani in New York City. Here's some of his proposals that got him to that folks, at this platform that he ran on, that people, I guess, believe him, and he won. One of his proposals is he's offering free daycare for everybody in New York City.
Oh, wow.
Free daycare.
Wow. I did see Nikki Sunshine celebrating whoever the new guy is going to be for New York City. So that's him.
And I was saying to my man Joe Buddha in the chat room, because I'm from the Bronx, New York, and the other day I was in the Bronx with my moms, right? Mm-hmm. And I drove around the corner. I was heading back, out here to PA, and I saw a daycare center up the block from where my moms live, right? Miss Shade?
Okay.
And next to the daycare center where my moms live was another daycare center.
Mm.
There's more daycare centers in New York than bodegas.
Wow.
There's daycare. Put a number 1 chat room if you're from New York and if you all agree with me or not, or am I seeing things? There's literally a daycare center almost on every corner in New York City. Miss Shade, how's the daycare center game out there where you live? And where matter of fact, where you from?
I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. And there is a lot of daycare centers out here in the city of Paterson, New Jersey. So I know if we get that over here for us, people are going to love that because daycare is very expensive. My daughter just started my granddaughter in daycare, and their daycare, as far as making a payment, is called tuition. So it ain't even called making a payment no more. It's called like a tuition, like when you send your kids to some kind of school, college. So just by the word tuition is expensive.
Yeah, I told I shared that same thing with my daughter. My daughter, I have a grandson that's in daycare, and he's 1.5 years old. And my daughter, God bless her, she's out there doing her thing and taking care of her son and putting them in daycare. And you're right, the prices are so high with daycare. I told my daughter, I said, you're going to have to leave your son home for 3 days by himself.
And some daycares will still charge you, even if you do leave your child home.
Yes. And you know what, Miss Shay, guys, we got the one and only, the up and coming, super hilarious Miss Shay from Paterson, New Jersey. She's on horn right now. God bless her. You are absolutely right. I think these daycares are running a racket right now. My daughter told me that when the daycare closed for vacation for a week, they still charging all the custom,
Yes, that's true. That's true. They will still charge you because they feel like they don't have anything to do with, your whatever it is that you have to do just on a regular basis, or I don't know if they do something if you bring a doctor's note in, because my daughter just turned 30, so I can't even remember. My son 23, so I can't even remember how it goes when you doing those things with a daycare. Now, do they get to bring in a doctor note and that's an excuse that they don't have to make the payment? Or because I know they do charge even if the child does not come into the daycare. And I guess too, how they're able to get by with it financially, because nobody wants to watch kids.
Right.
Nobody wants to watch kids. No grandparents, no aunts, no uncles. You used to could pay cousins and siblings to watch the kids, but nobody don't want to watch kids no more. So the daycare is having a good time on the tuition price. Nobody want to watch them.
Right. This daycare is the new racket right now. Y'all talking about all these other hustles. This is where it is right now. I think it's almost criminal. Listen, when I grew up as we didn't even have daycare. That didn't even exist when I grew up 3,000 years ago. When I turned 2 years old, my mother and my father looked at me and said, "You on your own." You figure it out.
Not at 2.
Right. At 3 years old, my parents said to me, "Don't play with the matches. We be home later."
And see, back then, when I had my kids, we used to leave the kids in the house because that's when you had to call the ID on the phone. And you would tell them, "Don't you answer that phone unless you see my number, grandma number. Don't you answer that phone." So we had a little structure with our kids. Now, you can forget it. These kids have been walked outside with their iPads, their telephones, and they way up the street getting at a pizza shop with no money.
Yo, everybody the
streets. So I can't even imagine in New York leaving a kid home and they walk outside in those streets.
Everybody, the one and only Miss Shade is here on the show this morning on a Toxic Talk Thursday. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team. And you know what? And we're gonna get into the whole situation. That's why recently on the news, Miss Shade, I saw 2 different stories about 2 mothers who were arrested for abandonment for the child. One of the mothers went to Miami. She went to Miami and left the baby. Miami. Left the baby in the house and went to Miami with her other daughter.
What?
And left the baby in the house for like 4 days. Of course, when she got back, the baby thank God the baby's still alive. The baby was full of poop and urine and all that.
She must have had an argument with whoever was supposed to be the child care provider or the baby father. Because to leave your kid, a baby in the house for 4 years, she must have told her baby.
No, for 4 days.
I'm going to show you, 4 days. I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. If you don't come here and get this kid, he or she'll be sitting in there. Because I know baby mamas could get real nasty when they upset.
Yeah, but you know what Miss said? I was thinking, even though it's a crime and what she did was wrong, mathematically it made sense to me.
Really? Not leaving no kid for the house before they. I know people are sick of what's going on, but come on now, we can't go that far.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I'm gonna ask you the question. I'm gonna answer it first, but I'm asking.
Okay.
And you're right. All my kids, I got old ass kids.
I
asked
you that. I see you got 5.
Yeah, but all my kids are old. My youngest is 24. My oldest is 41. They old.
Oh, okay. They out the way.
They out. So I'm trying to remember. I think like when my kid was about 11 or 12, they went outside by themselves. Or I went to the store. Like I said, yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I think my kids was around 10 to 12 years old when I was like, you stay your ass right in that corner while I run to the store. So I ask you this question, and folks in the chat room, feel free. If you can remember, what was that window age that you looked at your children or a guardian, nephew, niece, or whatever, if the folks who don't have kids, What was that window age when you was like, you stay your ass right there, and I'm going around the corner? I say between 10 and 12 was the age for
I say
me.
between that, that's when it started, when you could bribe them and tell them you'll bring them back a slice of pizza, ice cream, chips, cookies. That they're at that age, because back then you had video games that they could be paying attention to, or a cartoon or something that they could watch that they was into. So that was the bribing age, that you could get them to sit there until you come back, but you had to make sure you brought them back what you told them you was going to bring them, because the more you did that, the more you could slide out for a longer time with them sitting in the house.
Hey guys, we having fun this morning. It's a Toxic Talk Thursday. Welcome. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring WakeUp Team. Shout out to all those folks over there in YouTube. We truly, truly appreciate you guys. We will give you that date, that final date for our live podcast appearance. I know we've been pushing it back for obvious reasons, but because all the players couldn't get together at the same time. But we will give you a date. It's in September. It's got Comedy in Harlem. Y'all guys, come on now. Every time we do Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring WakeUp Team podcast, it's a huge success, and we would love for you guys to come out. Now, Miss Shay, before we get into your whole thing, Zoran Mandani, if I'm saying his name right, he also proposes free busing in New York City. You can ride the bus for free. Listen, even though half the people in New York ride the bus for free already,
I'm sure.
and they even have some task force where they have police get on the bus and escort people off, arrest them, give them tickets or whatever. But to have these two proposals with the daycare and free busing, how would you feel? Do you guys have buses out in Paterson, New Jersey?
Oh yeah, we definitely got buses all out here, and other cities that's connected to us, and towns that's connected to us. Rather, yeah, we have a lot of transit buses. It's funny you say that, because Monday I have an interview to drive for transit. And
Awesome.
my biggest fear is taking somebody's car home with me when I turn a corner in that bus. So I have to find out if there's a particular smaller bus that I did see in a certain town, if I can get that garage to drive those buses. Because I'm really afraid of the longer buses. I'm afraid of people getting on the bus with not making, paying the money. And me, I ain't hood and I don't like to fight. So if somebody tell me they ain't paying, I'm just going to have to get them their ride. I'm like, a few times they do it, I'm gonna have to go to the office and say, listen, this ain't the job for me, because I'm not gonna be fighting these people over $1.75, not showing the senior's card, whatever it is that they do on the bus. So I'm gonna see. But yeah, we got plenty of buses over here, and drama.
We're gonna get into that in a minute as well. But you say something really funny, and good luck on your application. I hope it all works out for you. But that is true. Like, they should let people. They should get the money from whatever taxes they tax in big corporations, billions of dollars, whatever. There's enough money in these city budgets, in the federal government, to allow certain free transportation. Mm-hmm. And you are absolutely right. Why would you have individuals that are driving the bus, work for the transit? And one of our beloved listeners, LaShawn Haynes Jones, who's a transit veteran for over 20, 30 years, she's definitely well qualified to talk about that. LaShawn, call in 570-982-6950. But you're right. I don't want the confrontation. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you. We see viral videos all the time with bus drivers fighting with everybody, getting everybody off the bus. Now you have a whole great looking working atmosphere. You don't have that stress. Just pull up in front of the bus stop. Everybody get on the bus.
But I don't know about that, Shawn, because I feel like that could be kind of messy, because when you're giving people free transportation, I don't know. Will people take advantage of the free transportation and hold up seats where other people do need to get somewhere? And now, because they know about this free transportation, now they're overdoing it and coming to the bus, every day. I don't know how that will be managed. I think that I don't know. I know fighting to get the money could be hard, but I definitely feel like giving people a free ride. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. And plus, you still have to pay for gas. And I don't think people pay a lot to ride a bus. even though I know people who may take the New Jersey Transit or that kind of transportation, it could be a little expensive to them on a weekly basis. But I don't know about giving people free rides. I think that's a different kind of fight.
Put a number one in the chat room if you think they should give free rides in New York City or Paterson, New Jersey. Put a number two if they don't. I say this: give them free rides. You know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be chaotic. Families gonna get on the bus with their picnic baskets, bikes, cars, kitchen sinks. You know it's gonna be crazy. The homeless, God bless them, they gonna live on.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And if I drive the bus, they better have me a personal booth shut off, because I want to get out the door one way. I don't want to have to go down through the city. I don't want to fight with nobody, because I will leave that air on and get off that bus.
Yo, listen, these are a lot of opportunities here and if you're out there hustling, selling your little merchandise, you can sell your merchandise on the bus. This opens up a whole new arena of income. I say this: let the gates open. Let the people ride on the bus for free. The bus drivers, y'all all right. You ain't got to fight no more. It's going to be a little hectic. Just don't overcrowd your bus and keep it pushing.
Now, how do you tell somebody that getting a free ride, they can't get on the bus? You can get in a better fight with somebody that got to spend $1.75. But to say that they get a free ride, please, the bus could be packed. You can see people holding the poles, and they'll still say, "Oh, I could just go straight to the back." They'll want to hold a pole with somebody. Anything free is a fight. Anything free is a fight, Shawn. Listen, I'm trying to get my foot in the door, so I'm definitely ain't ready for that right now.
Yeah, wouldn't it be hilarious? You get your job as a bus driver and for the city of Paterson, and the first day everybody drives for free, everybody rides for free. I say this: everybody, open up the floodgates once again. Everybody free on the bus, NYC, also in major metropolitan areas like Philadelphia. Let them rock out. Let everybody ride for free.
I would say, because of having a heart for people, I would say maybe once or twice a week you could offer that. But until it get under some control. But anything free with us is gonna be a fight. It's something about the word free with us that leads us into a fight. I don't care if it's a free hamburger, a free hot dog, anything free. When it comes to us, for some reason, it leads to a bigger fight.
Right.
You give out free hamburgers, you give out free hot dogs, and the last one is gone, and somebody stood on that line for a free hot dog and hamburger. Oh, you could get ready to be somebody's bun, because they still gonna take it there with you over a hot dog, please. And their mouth was already watering for the ketchup and the mustard on it. We can't do a lot of free for us, Shawn. We out of control with the free stuff.
All right. Well, hold on. We're gonna get back to that in a second. She said not free for us. You mean us like black folks, or just us? Us? Okay, cool. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Our guest host today is the one and only, the up and coming funny comedian. We're gonna get into her whole situation, Miss Shay. Let's clap for Miss Shay right now. Now, Miss Shay, hold on. You might be a potential transit worker in your town of Paterson, New Jersey. Okay. And I know you love your town, but I'm scared of Paterson, New Jersey sometimes. But we'll get into that in a minute. I got my sis on the line, one of my beloveds, this woman I know since I was a teenager, LaShawn, and she works for the transit in New York City. She gets cursed out on a regular basis. But this is our good friend, our family member, LaShawn Haynes Jones.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Sis, you've been in the tunnels for years.
Yep, it's been 26 years in August.
Let's clap. You've been getting cursed out for 26 years in August. Let's clap. Sis, and I hope I'm saying his name right. Rodan. I mean,
Zohan. I think it's Zohan.
Zohan. Madani. Mandani. Zoran Madani.
It's gonna be man down in a minute.
He proposes free daycare and also free transit.
Transit already free. These people out here ain't paying.
I know.
Just get on the bus and just walk on the bus every damn way.
So
all in the Bronx. The working people in the morning, most of them pay. But anything after the working hour, anything after the rush hour, people they're trying to make any excuse. So they don't have to pay. My phone not working. I can't pay by my phone. All that other stuff. They make all types of excuses. So it's already free.
So LaShawn, when you're in your booth, right, and people walk by you and look at you real crazy and just hop over or whatever, like, do you have any feeling? Like, what do? You just watch them hop? How do you react to that?
The norm now, so ain't nothing to me. I'm still getting paid.
Now, what about when you?
Well, that's what people don't realize. You think, be free. How are you gonna pay the workers though?
Now, what about when you?
They ain't think about all that.
Do you have to turn in?
And the city doesn't give you.
Hold on a second. Say that again.
And the state, be knocking down their budget. So these people gonna get paid if they make it free.
You mean how the worker's gonna get paid if the
how the worker's gonna get paid if this situation if it's free?
Miss Shade.
People don't think about that.
See, Miss Shade, my beloved friend here, LaShawn, she sounds very concerned and very defeated. This is a real issue right now. And I say this, LaShawn, I'm not no economic guy, but I'm saying they probably gonna get billions of dollars from another source of income for the city or the state and fund the whole bus where everybody can, get on for free and you guys can still get paid.
Well, okay. First of all, we get paid by the state. It's a city issue, but we all musicians are paid by the state. So the state funds certain projects. Okay, plus New York City Transit have real estate as well, and advertisement. They get money for that as well. So you got Trump not wanting to give New York funds, period.
Right.
Tell them they're not funding stuff, but this, that, and the other things that's mad at New York because, everybody turned their back on him, Mr. Prentice. So he ain't liking us no more. The only people he like is in Long Island. The only people he fighting for.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're not getting the money from the funds that we should get, and we definitely ain't getting much from the city. We get zero from the city, period.
Well,
so if people don't pay, how we gonna get paid? But transit, they got a lot in advertisement, so it may work out, but I don't know. We shall sit and watch and see.
Okay. Ms. Shea, what's your thoughts?
I was trying to ask her, when she don't get paid, when she don't receive money from people that gets on a bus, isn't there something that, like, at the end of the day, that she have to come up with a quota with those routes that she do? So if all the money is not all added up correctly, who's responsible for that? Do she get in trouble for it, or do the company feel like they know it's hard times out there as well? Because aren't you supposed to bring in a certain quota when people because they are supposed to be paying to get on the bus?
LaShawn, you got to reimburse.
There is no quota.
Oh, okay.
There is no quota because they doing away with money, period. And since COVID, people have not been paying. So it became the new norm. But the honest folks, look, the honest folks are paying, but most people don't. They just get on the bus and they walk on the bus. Good morning, ma'am. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah. So it's good to see you. Yeah. So they're not paying. They're not paying. But on the train, which I work on, at the train station, you see all types of people that pay, and you see all types of people that don't pay. And don't get it twisted and think that it's just black folks doing that. Everybody doing it. Everybody's doing it.
LaShawn.
It's going to become the new norm.
LaShawn. The next time I see you, I got everybody. Let's put the hug emojis in the chat room for LaShawn. LaShawn sounds like she need a hug and a therapist. She's 26 years in. She's almost about to retire, and which is good for you, and congratulations, because AI gonna take over the whole situation anyway. But LaShawn, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I need more than a hug. These people get on my damn nerve. The supervisor get on my damn nerve.
Are you? Go ahead. No, I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead. You say it, then I'll ask you a question.
Everybody get on my damn nerve. I am ready to retire or work at night or whatever, because I was supposed to retire by the end of the year, but I'm gonna wait till the end of next year, and I'm definitely going out. Maybe mid-year 26.
Well,
listen, I'm sick of everybody in the crap. I think I should work at night. It's less crap at night. So we shall wait and we shall see. Yes.
Shawn, you only got one more year to go. You can do it. Okay. You got one. We're here to support you. We're here to hear your pleas. Miss Shade, this is a woman that's been cursed out constantly all day for 26 years. But we're here for you and we love you. You're gonna make it through this. And
all
right, listen, we're gonna let you go. Well, that was my question too. Are you at work right now?
Yes, I am. I want to to get some air.
All right.
Down that tunnel.
All right. And how did you deal with the heat, Shawn?
Yesterday it was horrible, and the day before it was horrible. When he came out to help people at the machine, maybe because the station that I've been taking every week, I make sure there's like low volume of people. The drama comes to every station, no matter how much is the low volume of people. Because you got to deal with, the homeless and the people mentally challenged.
Yeah.
So it's a lot going on.
Yeah, you know what? Miss Shade, wait, let me ask you a question. We're going to talk to you for a second. But Miss Shade, are you available tomorrow morning as well?
Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, because if you don't mind, I'm going to bring you back because we're almost done and we didn't even get a chance to, so I don't want to be rude.
Okay.
Are you available? Because my folks, they put a number 1 in the chat room if you're all enjoying Miss Shade right now. Put a number 2 if you're not. And they are enjoying you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, because we only got a few more minutes, I'm going to talk about one more thing, and then we'll bring you back tomorrow, and then we'll get into your comment. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
LaShawn, at least is there air conditioning in your little box there in the subway?
Yeah, it is air conditioner, but right now is I think we need the filter to be changed. So I got the air conditioner on blast, and I got the fan on because it was so hot down in the subway for the last couple of days. It's cool outside. That's what I went outside for. But I was sweating in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you need to deal with, I had an issue with my supervisor, yesterday. And she just wanted to pick on me. Not really pick on me. And I said, oh, well, why you got this on? Why you don't have that on? It's hot. There's somebody here and then change that AC.
Oh, wow.
Hey Sean, should the whole Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team come down to your subway station and stand there and show you love and have like "We Love LaShawn" t-shirts on? Should we do that? I'm gonna organize that. What station you at again? No, don't tell. I don't want to know yet. I don't want you to say that publicly.
Listen, I want something different every week. I can't deal with the same crazy folks every week. I go to different stations every week.
Oh my God! Listen, I'm gonna organize a "We Love LaShawn" movement on this show because we're gonna show. Yeah, I'm organizing that. Everybody's gonna be on board. Oh, everybody, Sister Soldier, put the hearts in the chat room. Let's follow along. Let's put some hearts in the chat room. All right, Sean, we love you to death. Okay.
I love you guys too.
All right, I'll reach out later.
Okay.
Everybody, let's put the prayer emojis in the chat room for LaShawn Haynes Jones, please.
It's tough out here.
Yeah, let's show her some love because she had a burning desire right there. Okay, Miss Shade, Patterson, New Jersey. Hold on, see the phone is ringing. I gotta. Yeah, can you come back tomorrow?
Oh, definitely. I enjoyed this conversing this morning. Definitely.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team with Miss Shade. Who's this?
Oh, good morning, Sean. I'm sorry. I wanted to call in and talk about that bus situation.
Go ahead.
All right. So when I used to drive bus in my town, it's mostly handicapped people, but they used to pay. When I come to the city, I used to see people not paying, and that kind of pissed me off. But I realized that it's actually good for the people because there's a lot of senior citizens that cannot pay, and a lot of handicapped people that cannot pay. So I'm all with that free bus ride. And then I wanted to ask a question of hers about you don't get compensation or you don't have to bring no slip at the end of the day for the amount of people that ride the bus. You don't have to do that. You don't do that.
Miss Shay, we had a whole bunch of number ones. People are just showing you so much love. I want to say that first and foremost.
I put and a two.
Oh, you put a 1 and a 2. God bless you.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that she don't want people to ride the bus free. So what is that taken from her? If we ride the bus free, what is the problem?
Go ahead. What you got to say about?
I felt like she was being a little hater.
Yeah, what you got to say about that, Miss Shay? Now, come on, now you're the only one that's going to want people to pay. All of us
want. We're talking about black folks. We love free things. Don't put us in that mess.
Miss Shay, go ahead. Matter of fact, that's Sister Soldier talking to you. Go ahead, Miss Shay.
Look, Sister Soldier, I just don't want no problems. I am about to go on an interview for transit on Monday. So I just want to get my foot in the door before I get dragged out the door. So, and it sounds like, listen, I don't care if people ride for free, but I just know a lot of free stuff come with a lot of drama. If people know how to act appropriate on a free ride, then ride on. If I ain't got to talk to nobody, I ain't got to have no problems with nobody, I'm okay. But the problem seems to always come in most of the time when things are free. Now, you could be on the line trying to get free. The bus could be packed. Now, what if somebody say, oh, I was here before her, or I got my limp. My limp
cause problems even when there ain't free bus transportations, there's problems. So free is not even a problem. And like I said, I was a bus driver in my town. And I came to New York City. When I see those people getting on the bus, they don't cause problems. They're happy to get on that bus for free. They cause problems when they have to pay. That's the problem. And they getting on free either way. They're getting on the back door. They get coming in the front. It don't matter. Long as you getting paid, I don't think that should be a concern of yours at all, whether they get on free or not.
All right.
It's not coming out of your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even affect you at all.
Hey,
so free. I hope you get this job. Congratulations. But try to mind your business when it comes to people getting on free. Because they ain't got nothing to do with us.
Listen, Miss Shay, before you say anything, Sister Soldier Shonda, who's our beloved member, don't worry about it. She gets on all of us all the time. Don't worry about it. All right, Shonda, we gotta go.
No, for things that are wrong, if I don't agree, and I don't agree with that. Like I think everybody should get on free. My town, the bus system is free. Everything is free for the last 2 years, no problems. People love it. No problem.
Well, guys, we appreciate you. Everybody, please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature.
Have a blessed day, ma'am, and congratulations on your job. You just got to try to be easy on that job.
Thank you.
You know what, Miss Shay, it could be free in her town. She's still gonna try to charge folks. Listen, we appreciate you, Miss Shay. Okay, just real quick. You're from Paterson, New Jersey, and then tomorrow we get into the comedy. Tell us about Paterson, New Jersey, in these next 2 minutes, if you don't mind.
Paterson, New Jersey is an amazing city. It's a city that I grew up in, where I have a lot of great childhood memories in. Paterson, New Jersey will always mean something to me because it was a place where at some years ago, it was more sociable, more loving. I do still feel that there is a lot of greatness in Paterson, greatness around Paterson, great people in Paterson. Paterson is not as hard or as you may think it is. It's just that, we as people in Paterson, like any other city and states, we go through, situations that, kind of made us hard. I feel like the drug population here has expanded to where it's so, my generation that I see sometimes, has got caught up into some things, probably due because of whatever, they have been emotionally going through. I see a lot of my peers where parents have died, where their family members are no longer here. Jobs don't, coexist for them anymore. So it could be a lot, but I think Paterson will one day be a greater place where we can go back and kind of bring those childhood memories and those things together. We are trying to come together and get things together for Paterson, but Paterson, New Jersey is a great city. My city.
The city's going through a lot when she had to explain her city for the last 17 minutes. Hey, listen, everybody, the one and only Joe Buddha's on the phone. Joe, my beloved from the Bronx, New York. I know him as a teenager as well. What's your thoughts on all? And guys, I am not a troublemaker in the chat room, right? Knock it off. Knock it off. The Princess is over there laughing and D-Lo. You guys are the troublemaker. And you know how a Sister Soldier is. She has no filter.
No.
So go ahead, Joe. What's going on?
Listen, tell Sister Soldier, we got some Pattersonians like that too. So
free busing is a gift and a curse. And it depends on what state and where you at, because different states, they act different ways.
Right.
You have a free bus, people are going to be entitled.
Right.
I agree with your host. She's saying that that's going to cause a lot of confrontation, because when they get entitled to things, they think the bus is theirs.
Yeah.
Always like you said, when you're waiting on the bus, and people just rush up, hey, and different things like that. If you have a structured system to where you can control how the people get on, and if everybody's going to act right. Because if you have a free bus, guess what? You're going to have a lot of homeless people that's entitled, and they are entitled to get on the bus for free because they are part of this society. And you're going to have that. You're going to have gangs getting on the bus. You're going to have people just riding up and down the road for nothing because the buses are free. So you have some kind of pay system to weed out who really wants to ride the bus and who needs to ride the bus.
Hey, Miss Shade,
I don't have time to be taking nobody to do no transactions on the bus.
But Miss Shade, you hear the passion in Joe Butter's voice?
Yes,
right.
That's what I was saying. Structure. We got to get some structure first, because a lot of free stuff is not structured.
Right.
Guys, I'm not starting trouble.
It depends on the town and the people. It depends on the town, the people, the mindsets of the people.
Yeah.
Of course, I would love for everything to just go and flow if we can, but we're not dealing with those kind of mindsets no more of people. People think that when free, they're entitled, and then we as the drivers or the workers, people don't understand that we are going to be the one that have to deal with a lot of that stuff. Not
deal with it. Right. Let's say if you get a group of people that ride from the beginning of the bus ride all the way to the end. And then they feel like, okay, it's free, I'm going to ride back. So now the people that actually need to get to work and do different things and go different places, they don't have, there's no room on the bus.
Right.
There's no room on the bus.
Hey, Joe,
You know?
Joe, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it.
Joe.
Hey, Joe, I didn't look at it that way. The sense of entitlement and for people to get on the bus and thinking that they own the bus and literally can stay on the bus 24 hours or not get off and not have room for other people. Yeah, I might have to
all the things I said in the saying.
I might have to reevaluate this decision. I don't think it's just as simple as just the bus is free.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
And Danielle Williams in this chat room, I would like to say to you, ma'am, you are the real troublemaker today. All right, Joe. Hey, Joe, we appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. I'll see you on the 10th.
No doubt. Okay, so Miss Shay to be back tomorrow. But send your social media to them at least, and then we'll get into. And listen, I do apologize to you.
Oh no, I enjoyed this.
Okay.
I enjoyed this. I love anything with conversing. It's fine.
Yeah, you know, this is how my group is, and we all love on each other, and we just a whole big family here. So listen, they give it to me, they won't give it to you, they give it to each other. This is what we do every morning.
And we're living in a free world where people have their opinions. They want to say how they feel.
Yes.
You don't have to take it in a negative way. That's just how people feel. And that's okay.
Okay. So guys, listen, Miss Shay to be back tomorrow, God willing. We truly appreciate you. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Our time is up. And we'll talk about the interview and all that stuff we did yesterday. Miss Shay, we get into all that. We get into your comedy career and your life and all that. Okay. So guys, we truly appreciate you. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey One Show featuring Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Anything you'd like to say to these folks before they see you again tomorrow?
Come back and check me out tomorrow. I got so much information to give. So I hope to see you all on tomorrow.
Okay, guys. We see you tomorrow. God bless y'all.